Hi everyone, Jorge Ventura here again in another episode of Talking with Jorge. Today we have the privilege of I'm having two beautiful ladies here in my office. One is my beautiful wife, Vicky Ventura, right, which everybody knows. And the other one is a good friend of ours. Her name is Jackie. Hi Jackie, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh yeah, it's our pleasure to have you here. Jackie and I go way back like 15, 18 years, right? And here we are, 2024, and we're still friends, and you're still my customer, right? And we are here today to talk about your foundation, right? Vicky, I'm going to let you do most of the talking, okay?
Absolutely.
And so tell us what it is that we're going to talk about today.
Good morning, everybody. It is an honor to be here with my friend, who I call my sister, Jackie Diaz, who is the founder of the Erick Garcia You're Enough Foundation. Today is her 6-year anniversary. So, Jackie, congratulations. I know that it's been a long journey for you, right? Actually, you've been doing the work before 6 years, right? So today we're going to share with our audience how you got started, what happened. We're going to go backwards like Benjamin Button, right? So Jackie, can you take us back to that day, the day that you got the call? What happened?
Yes, thank you so much, Vicky. Yeah, my sister, thank you. It's a privilege to be here with you guys. Yes, the nonprofit is celebrating 6 years today, and you're right. I've been doing this more than 6 years, and the journey started on June 7, 2017, when I received a call that no parent should ever receive. They told me that my son Erick, my beautiful boy, died by suicide on that day, and for me it was a very shocking. Not only that he died, but to learn that he died by suicide, because he was always happy. I mean, you've seen pictures of him,
Right.
very outgoing, happy, with plans, with a lot of projects, always good grades, a lot of friends. So it was nothing that got me thinking something is happening with him. And to learn that he died here in Palmdale, he drove from Sacramento to die here in Palmdale on Pearl Blossom and 25th Street East. It's still a heartbreaking,
Right.
And as a parent, I was mad at myself, never at him, but more as myself, because I should have protected them. I should have be there for him. I should have seen it, and I didn't. So that's when I started to, do something. And a month after he passed, I volunteer with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. That's how mad I was. I wanted to do something, and that's where my journey started.
Wow. So, Jackie, you said that you didn't see the signs, right? That he was a happy young man, right? With a great future, right? So now that you've learned some of the signs, what are some of those signs that you could share with us?
Yes, absolutely. One of the first ones that I missed with Erick, because now that I know the signs, I go back and I checked, and a lot of the times, I think 70% or 80% of the times, people that are struggling with depression and suicide thoughts, they will show us. But because we don't know the signs, we missed it. So Eric was kind of angry and agitated a lot. But then, as a mother, I was thinking, he's 20, he's hormonal. That's how kids are. And a lot of parents, I still do say that, oh, that's how kids are, or kids are overreacting, or they're dramatic. I always hear that too, but it's not. We had to take it serious. So mad agitation, probably they're sleeping a lot or not sleeping at all. Sometimes the eating habits also, they might change, isolation. And now a lot of kids are also, besides all of the signs, they're also addicted to the phone or PlayStation. Eric was playing a lot of PlayStation, and I didn't know that's addiction And addiction can also become depression. And when they're depressed, then they don't sleep, and then their brain starts acting up. So there's a lot of other signs, but usually are more like that: aggravation, anger, sadness, but also sometimes people like Eric, he was happy. I mean, he had his little moments of anger, but overall he was happy and outgoing. So depression doesn't have a face, so that's why we have to learn the signs.
So Jackie, in our culture, Hispanic culture, right, los Latinos, we tend to be uncomfortable with having those conversations with our kids. What should that conversation be? What should we do? How do we have that conversation with our children if we think that there might be some depression going on, or they're isolated, or they're angry, they're upset? We think, or we even might think, right, that they might be suicidal. Should that conversation be? Could you guide us?
Yes, absolutely. The first thing is pay attention, be observant. If you see any of those signs, as a parent, I made a mistake. I never talked to my kids about that because, unfortunately, if your circle hasn't been impacted by it, you don't care. That's human nature. We don't care if it hasn't happened to our family or friends. So that's the first thing to do is learn the signs and have that conversation, sit down, make sure that you see them in the eyes and ask questions like, how are you feeling? But really listen. And if they don't want to talk about it, say, okay, what's going on? I noticed that you have acted this way or that way, whatever you notice. And make sure that you bring kind of like a comfort, empathetic conversation. But you have to make sure that you not just be a parent that tells the kids what to do, because a lot of the times we make that mistake. I made that mistake sometimes. But kind of like be more open about it and ask just, how are you feeling?
Now, is there a resource that you might have, or if a parent is not sure how to start the conversation, or they don't know how, right? Is there an organization number that they could reach out to get some guidance, to get some?
Yes, there's a lot of resources. I know we have the suicide crisis line, this 988, and it's on every language. You can also text, or you can chat, you can call. I have it on my website, youareenoughfoundation.org, and my website is in English and Spanish, so people can also read it, all the same information in Spanish. But that's the main thing. Just make sure that you ask them how are they feeling. If you notice, because as a parent, sometimes we put a lot of pressure on them, especially if they're going to school, college, or even after high school, we start pressuring them. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna be? And instead of, let's listen to them more, let's put ourselves in their shoes. A lot of parents are asking me to, well, when I was young, I wasn't like this, but you know what? It's a different world. And parents don't see it like that. Our kids won't be able to have roommates to move out because everything is expensive. So whatever we experience, let go of that thought. This is a different times in life. So we have to be more empathetic and ask them, how can I support you? Ask them what do they want to do. Don't just tell them, but give them the opportunity for them to open up. And so maybe they see you not as a parent or afraid of you, or that you're not going to listen or understand, but said, okay, maybe I don't understand you, but can you please talk to me? I love you. I care for you. I can help you.
So as simple as 988,
Yes.
right? To get some information, to get some guidance if a parent needs some support, or your website. What is your website? Share with us.
Yes. So the website is youareenoughfoundation.org. And we have also social media, which it has all that information there. And it also has we have an emergency urgent care in Lancaster, which a lot of people don't know about it yet. And it's 24 hours a day, and it's on Avenue I. It's called Behavioral Urgent Care Center, and I have it also on my website. And they take kids from 13 and up. So if a parent is worried about, minors, they can go ahead and call them or go there. Department of Mental Health also opened a new youth and child adolescent center on Palmdale Boulevard next to the college. And they're also very helpful there. And if you have medical, they can help you.
Wow. So there is a lot of resources
Yes,
out
there
here
is, yeah.
for parents that need that, right? Now, Jackie, it's been 6 years, right? And, something that people might not know, might not connect is your son lost his life on my birthday, June 7th. So, at times I feel like, oh my goodness, it's my birthday, I'm celebrating, and Jackie is sad because of the loss of her son, and when you share with me the day that he died, I was like, wow, what? Like, wow. When you lost your son, you and I knew each other by high and by, right? And I always share with you that, that unfortunately this tragedy had happened for our relationship to flourish, right? And for you to do the work that you do. I know that, oh my goodness, you're like at every event, you're like putting a table, you're talking to people, you put long hours, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for caring. There's a lot of organizations, right, out here, but I know that, to you, it's like if I go and attend this event, I might save a life, or I might speak to a parent that might not know what signs to look for. And I appreciate that, and I thank you for that, because you are making an impact in our community. You are the voice for those that don't have a voice. You're out here in the Antelope Valley making a huge impact, saving lives. And we appreciate you and we congratulate you for your 6 years. It's amazing, and thank you for what you do. I know that, you also brought the first mental health walk to the Antelope Valley, and I know it's coming up. Do you want to share with us?
Yes, thank you. I'm so excited. It's a third one. It's been a lot of work. This event made with a lot of love. And yeah, it's coming October 19, which is next week, next Saturday, at the Boncentra Square. It's going to be a space full of hope and love, and we're going to have people sharing their stories. We're going to have therapy dogs, because we always have those, for people that need extra support. A lot of community vendors are coming to support, yes, which they're going to bring more resources so people can see what we have in Antelope Valley. We're going to have music, a lot of activities for people that also have lost someone by suicide. And we're going to walk down Sierra Highway, and we're going to have posters, and it's going to be from 9 to 1. And it's open to everyone, and it's free. We're going to have food trucks, face painting for free for kids, and we also give a free bag, which you guys help us with the materials, so they can take home and show support for other people. So very excited that we're doing this again. And I chose October because the weather is beautiful.
Yes.
And October 10 was World Mental Health Day. It's at October 10 every year, so that's the reason I also chose October.
So if somebody's interested in signing up or just supporting, where can they do that?
Yes, you can either go to my website, youarenough.org, or you can go to my social media, which is Erick A. Garcia, You Are Enough Foundation, and just send us a message or click on their events, or just show up. Just come on over and show up October 19, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Boncentra Square here in Palmdale.
So if you want to get involved, if you want to support Jackie Diaz with her organization and her work, right, to bring awareness to the Antelope Valley about suicide prevention, mental health, go to her website, the Erick A. Garcia You Are Enough Foundation. You go there, sign up. You could find a lot of information, resources. Come on out October 19th here at Positron Square. We'll be there supporting her and her work. So we hope to see you. Jackie, I want to thank you again for being here. I want to thank you for your valuable time, to be here this morning. I look forward to many more years to your work, and for you to just continue to make that impact in the Antelope Valley. We appreciate you, we thank you, and we love you.
Oh, I love you guys. And thank you so much for this space. That's what I need more support from the people. And I just want to tell people, don't wait to be in my position. You might think that you don't want to talk about it or want to bring the conversation, but please start the conversation. I go to schools and talk to kids, and I tell them, if your parents don't talk about it, then you bring the conversation. You tell them, Mom, Dad, I heard this in school. Because if you might think that your kids are okay, or your husband or your sister, it could be a neighbor. Try to learn the signs, start a conversation, start asking, learn the signs, learn the crisis numbers, get involved. I didn't have the resources, I didn't have the knowledge, I was very naive, but now I want to bring awareness so people are more aware of it.
And you're absolutely right, Jackie. We think that it's not going to happen to me. It's not going to happen within our circle, right? And I just want to end with this. We had a great community leader, Danny Bencel, right, who lost his life to suicide. And no one saw the signs. He was happy. He was very involved in the community, serving his community, our community. And unfortunately, we lost him to suicide. So I know another dear friend that just lost her son to suicide. So if you think it's not going to happen to you, you know what? It could. So get involved with
Yes.
Jackie. Get involved with other organizations, whatever fit, right? Whatever they feel that they should support. There's other organizations there. But I know your passion. I know that you get fired up every time you hear somebody passing away to suicide. I know that really breaks your heart because you know how much that parent is suffering, how much the family is suffering, the friends, right? So we could save lives, but it takes a village, right? Yes. To spread the awareness, to go out and share the resources. So I just want to say thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Yeah, so yeah, it takes a village, and I know that your event is coming up, and I want to repeat that again. It's going to be October 19th over at Poncitlan Square. Poncitlan Square, for those that don't know, it's right on Palmdale Boulevard and 9th Street East, one block south of Palmdale Boulevard, which I believe is Q9. And the event is from what time to what time, Jackie?
9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The walk will start. The walk will start at 10 a.m.
Okay. And I've attended the last couple years that you did it, and every year gets better than the previous year. So we anticipate
Yes.
that this year
Yes.
is going to be a lot of people there, more vendors than you had last year, probably more food trucks and things like that, right? What about sponsorship? Can somebody sponsor you? And if we want to become a sponsor, if you want to become a sponsor, and help Jackie with her nonprofit organization, how can someone do that? Where can we go? Who can we call? How can we become a sponsor? Not just for your event coming up, but for the rest of the year and things like that.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a very good question. We do have, you can reach out to me on my website, my email, info@urnafoundation.org. And my website, you can see my number there. You can message me, social media. And I even this year, I also asked for families that have lost someone by suicide if they want to sponsor. One family contacted me, so they're going to help us with the posters and the markers. And
Wow.
we're going to give them a chance to honor their loved one because I know that Eric is not the only story. I know there's a lot of people out there that would like to honor their loved one. So we want to make it more like that, like bring more families. So it's a community event. It's not just my story or me, but it's a lot of us. I'm representing a lot of us. So that's the reason that we wanted to bring family sponsorship. But yeah, any year, like you said, we do the scholarship. So everything that we are, all the funds that we're getting, every year I go to high schools and I bring the You Are Enough scholarship. So in May, I'm very busy. I go to 6 high schools and I try to do as many kids as I can to give them money for their college education funds as much as I can. So the more money we get, the more kids will get the help. And also they get a chance to talk about their own mental health because they have to do an essay. So it's a good opportunity for them to be open. And hopefully next year we can do more high schools.
That's great. And I know the scholarships are local here in
Yes,
the Antelope
local,
Valley,
yes.
right? So that's great. Thank you for that. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jackie. Thank you for taking the time being here with us today. And I really want to encourage you to attend to support Jackie's foundation, the You Are Enough Foundation. Like Vicky said, you never know. It could happen to you, it could happen to me, it could happen to anybody. So October 19th at Poncitlan Square, come on by, support, and we'll see you there. Again, thank you, girls. Thank you for being here. We'll see you guys shortly.
Thank you.
Thank you.